Uh, in that online conversation, we got to talking about apartment rental and security deposits. And in particular, this individual was bemoaning the fact that they have lost out on two security deposits from apartments they had rented. And it occurred to me that perhaps doing a video on how best to get back your security deposits might be helpful. So that's where we are today. To start with, when you are looking to get back your security deposit, of course, the place that you rented from would like to know that you have done your best to keep their apartment in good shape. Remember, it's an asset for them. They are hoping to re-rent it, and they want minimum hassle when they're doing that. And so they want the apartment to look as good as it did when you moved in. So, one of the ways that you can get your security deposit back is to film and take pictures when you first move into your apartment. That way you've got a record of exactly the shape that the apartment was in when you moved in. A lot of times, agencies will do a walkthrough with you as you're looking to get your apartment. It's important that you take that seriously as you're going through your apartment, your prospective new apartment. Make sure that they record any issues that might have been there from previous owners. Scuffs on the wall, holes, scuffs on the floor, dings, dents, scratches in the appliances, things of that nature. And it's important that they do it and do it on their records, and then you want to request a copy of that so that both of you are covered. That way they know that you're, mindful of such things, and you each have the same record of what took place. Now, something else is when you go to move out, again, you want to film and take pictures when you move out. If you've cleaned up your apartment and everything is good to go, film it before you move out. That way there's no he said, she said about the condition or state of the apartment. And those pictures and that film that you take, you want to email that to yourself, just in case phone gets lost or stolen, camera gets lost or stolen, phone gets damaged, whatever the case may be. You got a secondary backup record that you can rely on. Okay? If you take those steps, a lot of times you're going to be in good shape. Now, some of the other things that come into play, I would have thought go without saying, but maybe not. Use sticky tape or suction hangers on the walls instead of nails and screws to attach your paintings and posters and if you like to hang up pots and pans and stuff, use that instead. Use felt or furniture mover, little plasticky things underneath your furniture so that it protects the floor. You don't want your kitchen table chairs making scuffs in the linoleum, especially if it's a place that you're renting, because that might be something that inhibits your ability to get your security deposit back. Use a cloth or foam to cushion between furniture and walls to protect those from scuffs. In particular, I was thinking about kitchen chairs, things of that nature that can rub up against the wall, but bookshelves, dressers, end tables, all of those things, if they get bumped into, they can leave a dent in the wall, leave a scuff on the wall. That's all things that would have to be painted over, buffed out, whatever the case may be when you move out, and these would be things that would keep you from getting your security deposit back. Take the time to thoroughly clean when you leave, including shampoo the rugs. This is a biggie. I don't know why it's such a shock or surprise to some people. If you leave the place a dump, if you leave garbage laying around inside, if you don't bother to wash down the bathroom, wipe down the mirrors, vacuum the rugs, things of that nature, then the landlord's got to do that. And of course, that's going to be deducted at the very best from your security deposit, or cause you to sacrifice it altogether. If something over the course of you being there was dinged, dented, or broken, fix it. Or talk to the landlord about how they want to go about fixing it. Being proactive lets them know that you care, that you're not trying to screw them over. And in turn, usually 9 times out of 10, they'll try not to screw you over. It's one of those give and take kind of situations. Do the final inspection, the final walkthrough with the landlord. Don't wait until the last minute either. That way, if there are things that maybe you overlooked, that they find and want to ding you on, maybe you can take care of it yourself. Security deposits can be hundreds of dollars, if not maybe even $1,000. Could be 4 figures. It's a big deal getting all of that money back. I understand. So taking some steps, being proactive, that could go a long way to ensuring that you get all of that money back. Lastly, and I didn't know this was a thing, but as I was researching for this video, it came up. Make sure that your landlord, the place that you're leaving, has your new address so that they can actually get your security deposit to you. Usually it takes, in some cases, 30 to 60 days. In the state of California, apparently it's 21 days to get your security deposit back. But if they don't have an address, if it comes right back to them, of course they're going to keep it. And then you're going to be all whining, oh, they never got my security deposit back to me. No, they just couldn't find you. So make sure that they've actually got your address so that they can indeed get that to you. Like I said, didn't realize it was a thing. I thought it was kind of common sense, but common sense is very uncommon in today's, in this day and age. And lastly, if you have documentation of how the apartment looked when you moved in and how the apartment looks when you moved out, if you've taken some steps, well, then you've got ways of protecting yourself and you've got standing. A lot of leases these days have arbitration clauses in them where you would have to go to arbitration if there's a dispute about something. Well, it's not a very painful process. Usually it involves just getting the two parties together. Yes, it could take some time, but you've got a recourse, man. And if a few $100s is at stake, then it's a big deal. You would have to check your agreement to see who's going to be on the hook for what when it comes to the expenses for the arbitration. But yeah, it'd be worth pursuing to me to try and get back my deposit. If my security deposit was, I don't know, $500, $600, $1,000 or more, you'll have to kind of judge for yourself, do the cost-benefit analysis. But your options are to either take them through that arbitration or to take them to small claims court. And if you're going to pursue either one of those options, then you, of course, are going to need documentation on your side, some sort of proof and evidence, other than, it wasn't like that when I moved in. The he said, she said stuff is not going to fly if you have to go that route. All right, well, guys, that's it for today. Just a very quick hitter on how best to manage getting your security deposit back. Hope that helps. If you've got questions, hit me with them here on Twitch or Xbox. You can message me at fustyandfinance@gmail.com. Or, as always, if you're watching this on YouTube, you can leave it in a comment below the video, and I will probably respond to you and most likely do a video on it.